great word, ma'am.
Mhm. Reading variety. Many times I have seen when I tell people read, they start reading only self-help books or they only start reading fiction. We shouldn't do like that. We should read a variety. On certain days, we can read about finance. On certain days, we can talk about movies. On certain days, we can read about films and movies. So we have to. There are variety of topics, and we should keep reading about different topics on different days, because when we will read about different topics we will come across different words according to that situation, and in this way you can learn this art of getting the correct word contextually. So reading different topics, that will help you in this regard. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, can you suggest me any?
Team, and they will help you in fixing this problem if any
Yeah,
settings are required.
yeah, I talked to him and they suggested me to install the app, then again upload, then do this, and I did the same. And I think again I'm facing this problem.
Okay, but now I can hear you. So can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, perfect. So, Priyanka, we will go ahead and get started. So, how your practice is going on EnglishYaari? I hope you are enjoying. It is going good.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. So, we will get into the topic for today's discussion. The topic for today's discussion is harnessing the power of skills. Have you ever heard about this word harnessing before?
Yeah, yeah. It means learning any skill.
Hmm. So these days, Priyanka, you must have seen that everyone, even if they have a good job, even if they are well settled, people have the desire, people have that urge to keep learning, keep building on new skills for their personal development. So, do you also think that yes, it's a great idea that no matter at which stage of life we are, at whatever age we are, we should keep learning and developing on new skills? What would you like to say?
Yeah, exactly, ma'am. I think skills are very important in our life. It also helps us to shape our thought, shape
Mhm.
our personal life, our career opportunity, and it's really very beneficial for us. In terms of career opportunity, if you have any skill, we can go for any job. Even employer also want our skill instead of grade.
Mhm.
So, and it also help our self confidence. If I learned public speaking or dancing or any skill, so that time it help us to face our fears, and it also help us uh, to to self confidence.
Hmm.
And I think skill are very important. It also make us self independent. If we know how to cook, it it also help us. We don't need to depend on anyone. We can do whatever we want. So skill are very important, and we all should learn new skill in
Okay.
this era.
In this era, absolutely. So what are the different skills that you want to learn? First is definitely, I know that you are working on your English communication, but of course you must have this desire to learn other skills also. So apart from learning English or public speaking, what are the other skills that you want to develop in your personality over a period of time in future?
Yeah, I think I can say I also want to learn communication skill,
Yeah.
and and I also want to take any other classes.
Okay.
Suppose if I want to do any HR job, so I want
Okay.
to learn HR recruitment classes and all,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
uh, because of career gap, I took such a long career gap, so I feel like I need to learn
New skills.
new skill. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. So that means you want to learn more about HR and the field of HR, how recruitment works. You want to get into that field,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So I would like to know from you how you developed interest in HR, why you want to get into this field of HR as such.
Okay, so if I take any classes from online, so they will teach me how does it work, what is the job description, what is the job specification, how you can go to any app and you can select people from there. So
Hmm.
I will learn from there.
Hmm. So have you already scrolled and browsed a few courses, that what all courses you want to take up so that you can learn this HR skill, any degree, any diploma, how you are planning to do it? Because HR is a great field.
Yeah, I searched on ChatGPT and I got lot of
Recommendations.
yeah, a lot of recommendation, but that time I was confused which one should we take. And because in this day we can't believe in our all courses. Some courses could be a fake, and that's why I haven't taken it. But yeah, I have a plan to take, because there are a lot of app that is believable, that people can believe there. And but
Mhm.
sometimes if we are investing money somewhere, so we have to be very careful about it.
Okay. So, you will go for a degree in HR or you will do a diploma in HR? How you are planning to carve your career further?
No, I'm just want to just brush up my mind. Just that's why I want to take like a just 3 month classes or like
Mhm.
this. So
Mhm.
because I have already done MBA, so I don't need to
Oh,
take up
okay.
for a year and all. So
Okay.
just for brush up my mind, I want to take. So
You will
first, I'm
not say brush up. I'm so sorry to interrupt. It is not brush up my mind, brush up my skills.
brush up my skill. Yeah,
Skills.
exactly.
Yeah, brush up.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you
I
were
want
saying
to.
something. Please continue, please.
Exactly. So I want to brush up my skill. That's why I want to take classes, and
Mm-hmm.
that's why I'm also working on my communication. And
Hmm.
after that, I take the classes, and I want to join them.
Hmm. Okay, understood. So, what you like about this field of HR? Because whenever anyone comes to me and tell me that, hey, I want to be an HR or I want to be in the field of HR, it's all about handling people. It's all about managing people. So, do you think that you are good at managing people? Any past experience by HR only? There are other fields also, but by HR.
Okay, so I love HR job, but unfortunately, I haven't started my career in this field. I love to meet new people. I love to interact with them. And in a HR job, every day we have to talk to new people. And so that process, I really like it.
Mhm.
And the way they speak, sometimes we have to be a very a patience level. We have to manage everything, so these all process I really like it.
Hmm. Okay. So before taking break from your career, before that you were working as an HR only.
No, I haven't. No, because of I wanted to do, even I was looking a job, but because of my communication I couldn't get it.
Okay.
And
And
then
now you are to
then I
brush up
got
your
busy.
skills.
Yeah, and then I got busy with my family. Now my son is 4 years old, so again I want to start my career.
Hmm. So you want to work online or you want to work offline? What are you targeting to?
I think both are good for me, but if I get online, that is more beneficial for me, because that time I can manage both my family and my job too. But at the same time, it's very difficult to, because sometimes whenever we take call, we need a silent place, right? But if you have kids, they interrupts you a lot, so
Hmm.
that is a kind of challenging. But if you are at office, so that time you don't need to focus at your work, at your home related work, like
Hmm.
your hobbies and your family. So sometimes you will feel free, you will not get distracted. So
Hmm.
sometimes office is also good.
Mhm. I do agree with you. Going to office has its own benefits and working from home has its own benefits. Agreed. But I
Exactly.
think kids understand. Right now, your son thinks that no, my mom is always available, but once he will start working, he will understand and he will learn to keep quiet. Kids understand. That is nice. Okay. Priyanka, today we are talking about learning new skills, developing new skills. When we are young as a child, it's very easy for us to learn things because we have only one job and that is to keep learning. But as we grow mature, as we have multiple responsibilities, and as our brain gets rigid, it becomes a little difficult for us to harness skills. This is what is considered that learning skill or developing skills at a later age or a later stage is a little different. Do you also think that way, or do you think that no, there is nothing like that?
Well, your voice was little bit slow, so I didn't understand. Can you
Can you increase the volume of your laptop or phone, whatever you are using? Can you make it full?
yeah, it's a full. I tap several
Can you
times.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think it is easy to develop a skill or is it difficult to develop a skill?
No, ma'am. If we have a passion, it's easy to develop any skill. Suppose if I love driving and I don't know how to drive, so it's easy. And if I take any classes, Because initially, sometimes we have to push ourselves, we have to step out of our comfort zone. Sometimes we face a lot of difficulties, like we have a phobia of driving on a crowd. But
Mhm.
if we have a passion, we can learn any skill. I think age is just a number. We can learn anytime, anywhere. So I think we can learn any skill anytime.
Okay. But don't you think that when we are young, learning process is a little faster? Passion is important, consistency is important, but when we are young, it is easier to learn in comparison to learning at a later stage. It becomes a little time consuming process. Is it like that?
Yeah, I also feel like that because I think in our younger age, our grasping power is more. We can grasp more according whatever we want to learn. Right now, right, my baby just 4 years old, but he imitating us. He learned a lot from us. How
Hmm.
do we speak? How do we react?
Hmm.
So I think in our childhood or in our younger age, we have something a different kind of skill, and that time we don't have any responsibility and any other work. We have to focus only on ourselves. I think that
Hmm.
can be also one of the reason.
Okay, understood the point. So you are trying to say that when we are young, it's very easy for us to learn, but as we grow older, there can be multiple reasons because of which learning process becomes a little difficult.
Hmm.
Correct?
Yeah, I can
Okay.
say. Hmm.
Okay. Now we can learn online and we can learn offline. Which method do you like more? Learning online at your own pace or going outside and learning offline? What do you prefer?
In this era, everything we love to learn online because here it's very easy. We don't need to go anywhere. We don't need to face any rush,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
we can learn anything from at our home for in our comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I prefer both. But like right now, I'm learning English at our home in our comfort. I don't need to go anywhere. So I feel like online is more better to learn anything.
Hmm. You will not say at our home, from my home, or sitting at home.
Uh,
Okay? Okay. Understood. Now, if you have to teach any particular skill to anyone, right now we talked about you learning a new skill, but there can be a possibility that you want to train someone in certain skills. So, what do you think? What is that one skill that you can teach to others?
Yeah, I teach them. I teach class one to fifth or one that standard kids. I can teach them, and I also teach them dancing and this kind of thing and yoga. I love yoga. I start my day with yoga, so I can teach this kind of skill to
Hmm.
others.
So, that means you have your own tuition classes,
No,
right?
no, 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 no. I don't have any tuition classes, but earlier I used to teach my nieces, and even I also teach to my baby, and I love this process. So I think I can do this.
Hmm. Okay, so what you like more? You like teaching more or you like to be an HR more? Which field
Yeah,
interests you?
HR is my career. It's my dream,
Mhm,
and that's why I want to once start my career in that field. And
mhm,
I have seen some people say they have a very good experience. They want to continue their life. Even some people quit their job and they start teaching, online teaching. And I have seen a lot of people. Sometimes because of family pressure or because of their own mind pressure and all. So everyone has their own experience, but I also want to take an experience in my life. That's why I want to do.
mhm. That makes sense. Totally understandable. Okay, that's all for this topic, Priyanka. Now we will switch and we will move to another topic for discussion.
Yeah,
Okay?
sure.
So, the next topic that we will discuss is about financial independence. It's very important for every one of us to be financially independent so that we can bear our expenses and we can sustain ourselves, we can survive. So, what would you like to say about the importance of financial independence? Why it is important to be financially independent in today's time?
Yeah, I think financially
Hmm.
dependent is very important for everyone. It give another kind of confidence. If we earn money, it doesn't matter what does our father do and husband do, but if we earn money, that give a something a different kind of satisfaction and a different kind of confidence. And if we have our own money, we can invest in our own way. And sometimes if we have money of like my father and my husband, so sometimes we just want to even just we want to spend in a not in a lazier way, but if we earn money, we know how much we put an effort behind the money. So sometimes we are a more
We
serious
are
about,
more conscious.
yeah, we are more conscious, like where should we spend here or not? Should we spend on our dresses, on our things or not? So I think everyone should be financially independent, and it really help us to boost our confidence.
Hmm. Okay. Now, what do you think? There are some people who like to become financially independent as soon as they graduate. And there are some people who want to give some more time, they want to study more, they want to get into higher education, and then they want to settle down. So, Priyanka, what do you think? What's a good idea, that we should quickly settle down financially in our career, in our life, or we should give it a try, study more, go for higher education, and then settle for something big? What do you think? Which one is better option?
Okay, first I think we should focus on our study, and
Mm-hmm.
we should achieve as much as we can. Then we
Mm-hmm.
should work on our financially. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and because I think it depends, sometimes it depends to the family situation, because there are a
Mm-hmm.
lot of student, they start their career in early age because of their family pressures and because of money. And but first I think we should work on our
Study.
we should work
Hmm.
on study, and once if we have a skill, we can get job anywhere, we can earn money anywhere. So first
We
we
can
should
easily monetize our skills. Yeah?
mm,
You can say like that. We can easily monetize our skills. This
okay,
is how we
monetize,
say that.
monetize
Yeah.
is not in my mind.
Yeah, yeah, no worries. I'm just telling you a good phrase, that once we have good skills, we can go ahead and monetize our skills. That means we can make money out of our skills. That's the phrase that we can use here. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Priyanka. It was really nice discussing with you. Now, I would like to move ahead towards the feedback part, and later on, if you have any queries and questions, we can take up that as well. Okay. First is, Priyanka, your sentence structure is nice, and you understand the question and you accordingly present your idea and your point of view also. But you always speak very less. That means the detailed explanation is always missing. Okay. Like I gave you multiple chances where I wanted to know a little more about HR from you, that it is about people's person, what all a recruiter do. So I was expecting that sort of an answer, but you did not tell me anything about HR. You could have told me. So basically, detailed explanation you have to work on. Now, how you will work on detailed explanation? Whenever you are talking about anything, it is important that you give any experience or any example, or you connect it with any story that will help you to speak for a longer duration. And right now, that is not happening. You are just telling the factual part, but you are not connecting it to the reality or any experience or story. So always connect it with a story or with an experience that will help you to speak for a longer duration. That's important. Okay. Now, that was it. Now, the grammatical part. One very important thing that I would like to share with you. You said it help, it
It
make,
helps.
it give. Like
Yeah.
many times you said that. So, and you corrected yourself now. So it should be it helps, it makes, and it gives. Because it is singular, so it will go with a singular verb. Then you said employer want, it should be employer wants. Got it? Then you said skill are, but when you are saying are, it should be skills are. Skills are fundamental for growth. You said there are certain applications which are believable. No, believable is not the correct word here. The correct word is trustworthy. There are
Trustworthy.
some applications, there are some websites which are trustworthy. So I was just browsing through the options. Similarly, you said he imitating us. but he's not imitating right now. It's a fact about him. So it should go in the first form of the verb. He imitates us. And lastly, you said it depends to family conditions. You will not say to, you will say on. It depends on family conditions. Right? So that was all. Overall, it was good. Sentence structure, as I mentioned, it was good, but you have to work on detailed explanation and sometimes using the correct word at the correct spot. You were using general words. I'm not
Okay.
saying high five vocabulary, but still, contextually correct words are important.
Okay,
Okay.
so how can I non-fiction book? Because I read a lot of fiction book and these are self-help book. So can you suggest me any non-fiction book?
You so self-help books are non-fiction only.
Okay, fiction book. Sorry.
I do not read fiction at all, so I cannot suggest you. But yeah, people told me, some of my learners told me that Harry Potter is a good read, so you can go for that. Maybe you can try that
Okay.
out. And if you are interested in murder mystery, then Agatha Christie's book are also very good. If you are interested to read something like murder, suspense, thrill, you can read Agatha Christie. These are
Okay.
the two good recommendations, but I think you should browse it more. That
Okay.
good fiction recommendations. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Any other questions from your side? We still have 49 seconds to go. Anything?
Okay. So whatever you said about know all the rules, all the things that was not new for me, but while speaking, I make a kind of mistake. So how can I rectify it while speaking? Because I know
Fo-
all the
fo-
rules.
focus on what you are speaking. People generally keep speaking without understanding that what they are speaking. So
Mm-hmm.
while you are speaking, you have to listen and listen to your own self. That is important. And when you will listen to your own self and you realize that I have committed an error, you should not carry on. You should stop. You should correct your sentence. You should again speak out that sentence with the correct grammar, and then you should go ahead. So focused listening while you are speaking and correcting yourself there and then as you are able to spot the error. For example, one of my learners, she said he wants to write. Then she said, no, no, he wants to write. So she keeps correcting herself. So you should
Mm-hmm.
also keep correcting yourself again and again, and that will help you to apply the rules which you already know. This
Okay.
is how it can work. Okay?
Okay.
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 Thank you, Priyanka. See you next time. Bye. Take care.
Bye bye. Thank you, ma'am.
You too.